This design that we're seeing here, this is kind of a standard, or is this a particular?
Well, this is all Tsimshian. There are some carvers who jump styles, you know, and do a Tlingit one day or a Kwagyu sometime, you know, or a Haida another time. But I try just to do Tsimshian. I guess I've kind of coined the phrase Alaskan Tsimshian. I'm the only Alaskan Tsimshian making my living carving monumental art, and I suppose a style has arisen from it, and I call it Alaskan Tsimshian. It looks Tsimshian, but it has differences from the British Columbia version. There are many different kinds of totem poles. Poles like this welcome people to a village, the arms extending out, welcoming folks. There were memorial poles and heraldic or house frontal poles. There were mortuary poles. There are many different kinds of totem poles, house posts.
The band around that one we just saw, is that?
No, it's an apron, a dance apron. I did a pole in 1987 that was put up for the centennial, 100th anniversary of my village. Many different poles all over the country. This one here was for a doctor, and he was a facial reconstructive surgeon, so the top figure is Raven and his broken beak. So, you know, you apply them to the situation. Fortunately or unfortunately, the poles that I've done, the majority of poles that I've done have been for non-native people. And the most satisfying ones, of course, have been in my own village. But the good thing about that is that the Tsimshian culture is spread all over with these poles. Mm-hmm. You know? And we go and we have the ceremonies, and the people are very willing to, the owners of the pole are very willing to have the outlay of food and gifts to their friends who come to witness and see the dancing and hear the songs. It makes them feel more a part of the piece of artwork that's in their backyard or on their property somewhere.
Well, and I would suspect that along with this, it's like you are, in a sense, diffusing the culture, certainly making everybody more aware of the traditional things, and maybe in that regard, somehow sort of reconstruct in a larger sense.
Well, we're still here, you know, and yeah, we're alive, and our culture is stronger than ever. And to educate people that this isn't a museum curiosity, but that right, we live this art, we live this culture, and it feels good to know that. You know, it feels good to be able to promote it. I like being an ambassador of my own people. I enjoy it. I think that it's an important part of my being an artist.
Now this is doorpost.
Well, it's a house post. Yeah, it's a house post. Yeah. With the eagle, a legend of an eagle and a salmon, with the young chief. An eagle dropped the salmon onto the beach near where a chief was walking when his village was starving. It was a magical eagle, and every day, for days after that, the eagle would bring salmon and halibut and eventually a whale, and fed the village, because previously the young chief had freed the eagle from a tangled bush area, and he couldn't get away, and so the eagle repaid him by bringing food for the village. Northwest Coast totem poles are not all the same. Here's an example of wings. Wings straight out are a southern style. Even though I'm a northern carver, I've done a few, 3 or 4 poles with the wings straight out, but those were requested by the people who were ordering the poles. This type of wing is much more a northern style, where they're not straight out, they're more 3/4 open, and they're down a bit. You know, the wings that you see straight out are, as I said, a southern thing. Comment I just thought of was that when I was a kid, I used to buy, or would get for Christmas, or my parents would buy a little set of little toys, little figures with cowboys and Indians or soldiers. And we'd get this, I remember this one set called Fort Apache. And it had the fort, little plastic fort, and all these little 7th Cavalry soldiers and the teepees and everything like that. And then mixed in with this, in this bag, was little plastic totem poles. These people never had totem poles.
Totally inappropriate.
Yeah,
Totally.
and so it was interesting, you know, that even today, people are ignorant about, you know, where totem poles come from or what they even are. I was carving, in fact, this totem pole that you're seeing on the screen, I was carving this totem pole, and somebody came by and asked me what the gods were on what the figures were. What are these gods you're carving? And this is, you know, this is in the 1991, you know, 1992, and it just flusters me to hear that.
It's one of the reasons that we are doing and have done the class that on TV is I hope to certainly not make people aware not just of the history of what happened in this particular region, but also throughout, and to try and give people a sense of the indigenous cultures that were here, and I hope people get a better appreciation. I think our time is about up, and we could go on here probably for another 2 or 3 hours. But what I'd like to do, we talked a little earlier, is it was such a delightful way to begin our program today. Could we end it with a song as well?
Sure, that'd be good. This is a song called "It Belongs to Us," or "Nuum Nuelt." It's I wrote it as a message to a number of people, my own people, to be proud of who they are. I wrote it also as a message to gallery owners and non-Indian collectors to recognize that this art belongs to us. And it's a time now where our people are proud and they stand up for who they are, and so anyway.